Here we are, Pocono Brewery Company. There is a God. Okay, good. That was I usually start out my show with a real quiet moment because a lot of comedians, they go for laughter and clapping. I'm bored with that, so I figured let me start out with something really quiet, and that was perfect. Thank you. You all did very good in the participation. A lot of the comedians I work with will start out their show by saying things like, "Thank you very much. It is great to be here tonight." Think about that statement, great to be here tonight. And let me ask you, when was the last time you were standing in front of a room full of strangers who were sitting there, staring at you, and you thought to yourself, wow, is it great to be here? No. This is a tough situation, I want to be different. Then it hit me. Yeah, use the words your late father gave you if you should ever be in a tough spot like this one here tonight. So I'd like to start out my show by saying, the fuck are you looking at, huh? You can probably tell from my accent where I was born and raised. It's no secret, I'm sure. Southern Alabama. I try to hide the droll. Come from a long line of farmers. We used to milk shit. We used to grow things. I don't expect you to understand it, it's farm talk, but I obviously grew up in New York. I spent a good part of that time in Brooklyn. You guys from Brooklyn here? All right, so you know that Brooklyn has its own culture, different neighborhoods, and you know, especially the Italian neighborhoods have their own accent, their own expressions. I thought I heard everything growing up. Forget about it, definitely, absolutely. But I was doing a show in Brooklyn one time, and I heard something even I had never heard before. I was on the stage, which wasn't on the second floor. This is a big fucking stage, apparently. They were expecting Aerosmith and not a Dwarf Guinea. I was on the stage, and in reference to something, I said the word dumbfounded. Simple enough, when all of a sudden I hear a guy down in front explaining the word to his girlfriend, like only a Brooklyn guy could. This is what I heard. All right, listen to me, I ain't gonna tell you again, all right? You see, you wasn't always dumb, you found it. Swear to God, Maria, you'll be nothing without me. In the fucking car, you embarrass me here. I spent another part of my formative years in Staten Island, New York. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Probably, we're not that far away. Staten Island is famous for something. Does anybody know what Staten Island is famous for? Traffic is a good answer, but not, I heard the dump. That's the answer I'm looking for. Sometimes people yell out stupid shit. The further and further I get from the East Coast, they yell out things like the ferry, which is okay, and I'm not looking for that. Sometimes they say hot dogs, and I'm like, you're a retard. And sometimes they say the zoo, and right there I know they've never been to the Staten Island Zoo, because they wouldn't put the word famous in front of it. I went when I was a kid, it was okay, took my children, realized something, the Staten Island Zoo has one animal. It's a dog. They just dress it up like different things. What do you want to see today, kids, a llama? Yeah, Billy, we got a llama. Hey, Vinny, put the llama head on the dog for the kid. Dog comes running out with a big llama head. But it is the dump. When I lived there, I used to get very annoyed because they treat us like idiots. They put hills around this dump and pretty evergreen trees. Like that was supposed to fool us. Like tourists were driving by going, ooh, would you look at those mountains? Wow, maybe we'll go skiing this year. Yeah, what, did you fart? They weren't fooling anybody. Now I live in hey, welcome back. What's happening? Big meeting? You cutting a record, Elvis? What's going on? Getting the backup singers ready? I just had to go. I live in the suburbs of New Jersey now. That was my wife's idea. She said, if I'm gonna leave Brooklyn and everything I know, I wanna go to the suburbs and get a big backyard. And every day I go in that big backyard and I think, where am I gonna bury the bitch for taking me here? I don't belong in the suburbs. I definitely don't belong being married, but we'll get to that. Sick of change. Change is happening all around us. Mostly at the core is technology. You know, I'm kind of an old soul. I get it, but certain things are not like high tech, but they're not fast enough for the techie people. Like voicemail. Voicemail is a very simple concept. You're unavailable, I leave you a message. Now me, I'm OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. If I leave you a voicemail, trust me, Every detail is on there. Everything I want to communicate from start to finish is on that message. So why do people constantly call me back and go, "What's up?" What do you mean, what's up? Didn't you listen to the message? No, I just saw that you called. I haven't taken an Ativan in 3 hours. That's pills for anxiety. What if on the message I said, "Whatever you do not call me back. I'm in the mall, I've been taken hostage. If this phone rings, they're gonna kill me. Get help." How would you know that? It's definitely killing our communication skills, this technology and phones and, oh man, and when you use a phone to get some information, that's technology at its worst, because you spend an hour pushing buttons. When you finally get someone on the phone, you're like, "I don't even remember my question, but now I need the name of a good rheumatoid doctor because I can't move one finger. I have arthritis." And if you get someone, it's, "Hello, and thank you for going here. Well, my name is Peter." You sound like a Peter. It's gonna go a Peter or a Bill. I did have a computer question, but now I just want to know your real name. So, what is that, a bug? Welcome to the Poconuts. That thing stings me, I swear to God, I'll sue. I don't fucking like bugs. The OCD, if he flies again, the show's over, folks. I won't rest till he's dead. But like, talk amongst yourselves. I gotta go kill the bug now, because I want to sleep sometime tonight. Is he in the car? Is he in the car with me? Maybe he came back. I'm gonna be itching the whole way home now. I hope you're happy. And I only have a half an Ativan left, so. So Peter answers the phone. I did have a computer question, but now I just want to know your real name. "Sir, my name is Peter. How can I help you?" "All right, Pete. It's Pete, right?" "Yeah." "Want to play that game with me?" "I'll play that game. I got a question. Let's say, for example, Peter, you had, I don't know, 100 pounds of fertilizer just sitting in your garage. Tell me, Peter, would you A, build a thicker, greener lawn, or B, an explosive device?" Answer that one, Peter. They don't get CNN in the Poconos? You don't know what the hell's going on? I don't know where to look in this room. It's so high up. I feel like I should have wings and float around the room and do the show. "Hey, down below, you need a drink? Well, I'm here." You don't understand because you're down there. That thing moves to the beat of my voice. You see that? That's enough to make an OCD person fucking hang themselves right there. There you go. Cut it out. Make it stop moving. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Now I'm trying to beat a personal best. Personal. Never mind. It's all in the pamphlet I hand out after the show. You guys are really hip up here. I guess when you get to a certain altitude, you fucking can't hear certain shit, because I know I'm good. But anyway, let's move on. Move over here. You're not afraid of black people, are you? Move over here. Because I need some inspiration, because the left and the right of the room is failing me. And these people keep taking turns to smoke pot, so I know it's... So they're not even laughing at me. They're just laughing at my head because it's going like this right now. I think the corporations have gotten wise to the fact that people are tired of outsourcing, tired of not being able to understand the person on the other end of the phone. So they've hired people born in this country, but how well they grasp the English language is another story. For example, when I call my bank to tell them yet again I'm not paying the mortgage. Yes, I worked at the Pocono Brewery Company. That's besides the point. You see, you're not understanding the sarcasm in that, but it's okay. It's a brewery company. It's not a comedy club. It's just a fucking sign. But anyway, take down the sign. It's a place with a big fireplace. That's it. Put up a sign. It's a comedy club. All right, here we go. It's education night. So this is who answers the phone now when I call up Bank of America. Them thieving cocksuckers. This is, how you doing? This is Bank of America. This is Shaniqua. Oh, they're laughing, so I'm gonna go ahead. I was trying it out, and I was like, I don't know, maybe we'll see. All right, keep going, Joe. You can do it. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to go well. Shanique, well, I like to keep a record of who I speak to. How do you spell that? How the fuck am I supposed to know, all right? All right, I'll just write it down phonetically, that's fine. I was like, what the fuck's he doing? He's smacking my head and shit. Shaniqua, I'm fell on some hard times. I'm not gonna be able to pay the mortgage this month. You gotta get a job, motherfucker. Hey! Hey, I didn't call for opinions. Not going well. Let me talk to your manager. Hold on. How you doing, this Jaquanda? Oh, shit. Is Peter there? Peter working today? You don't know Peter? Thinks his name is Peter. Some things just change and they don't need to be changed. Like when my children were younger, there were signs you put in the back of the car that said baby on board. Big yellow street sign. Let everybody know. Be careful. Everything I love in the world is in this car. And then for no good reason, they went away. And in recent years, they've been replaced with the stick figure family. And I don't know about you, but I don't read hieroglyphics. I have no idea what's going on in that vehicle in front of me. In fact, I'm endangering that family because I'm driving closer and closer because I'm OCD and I'm like, I gotta get this one. I gotta figure out what the hell is in that car. All right, we got a dad and that could be a mom, but her hair is awfully short. Might be a civil union. I'm not sure. And we got, all right, a little girl. I see a bow and like a pigtail-looking thing. And is that a son or a chimpanzee? They got a maybe. They might have a chimp. They might have a boy. I'm not sure. And then they have 7 cats. Why do I need to know this information? Are the cats in the vehicle with you? If so, I'll run you right off the road. I hate cats. It's dangerous. Dangerous. McDonald's is changing with the times. You guys okay over there? I feel like you're left out and shit. We're having a ball over here. We're crazy, man. We got guest star singers and shit, and they're all just laughing because they're all gonna beat me up after the show, and they're like, say whatever you want now. Later on, we're gonna beat you with, watermelon pits and shit. I didn't say that out loud, did I? I was thinking it. No, it's it. I'm watching my voice on the thing. Oh look. The colors just turned into tears. You're good people. You have a good sense of humor. I don't know about these fucking stiffs, but you know what it is? They're white. They're in the mountains. They're not hunting. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're like, you wanted to come here. I wanted to kill something tonight. You usually kill stuff around this time of year. It's coming up, right? Hunting season, right? Who's a hunter over there? I bet everybody up here hunts, right? Yeah. What? That's a chick, man. Because usually guys hunt to get out of the house. You understand that, don't you? It's got nothing to do. They spent $3,000 on uniforms and different colors and all the equipment to go out there and shoot a deer. I've seen deer come right over to my car. You can punch him in the mouth, throw him. Hey, look, I got a toy. Oh, a toy. Bonk him right in the fucking mouth. Put him in the trunk of the car. Look, I'm the great hunter. They do all that shit, the Carhartt, the trip to Cabela's, just to get the fuck away from you. And you're hunting with them? Cut it out, lady. Stay home. He just needs a little break. That's what he needs. So. McDonald's is... You guys having a good time over there? Okay, good. Just get a nice view of my hip. The bad one, too. McDonald's is changing with the times. You used to be able to rely on McDonald's. It was fast food. You didn't expect filet mignon, it's McDonald's. But now the same people that have been killing us for years with the grease and the fat, McDonald's is selling fruit. The last thing that McDonald's needs to sell is something else to make us shit. How about something binding? The McNana. The McBowl of rice. I mean, this makes sense. And And then you get that bag of apples, and they look so healthy. They must pump some kind of oxygen in there, but the minute you open the bag, the apples die. I'm like, within a second. You're like, hey, you want an apple? Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, and it's dripping down your finger and shit. It's as if you could hear the apple slices, they're going, don't open the bag. We're gonna die. Change is not always good. I see TV commercials for different things. I see toilet paper commercials. I understand that there's different companies, even though toilet tissue is sort of a given, you gotta go and get it. But one of the companies felt the need to really drive it home that their product was good. And this guy came on my TV for Quilted Northern, and he said at Quilted Northern, they guarantee I'm clean or my money back. My first thought was, how do I prove it? Going to a Walmart with a half a roll, I like a rebate. What's wrong with the toilet tissue? Nothing, but I am not fresh back here. And the man on TV gave me a guarantee. Sir, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh yeah? Well, get your manager out here. Hold on. Shaquanda to the front, never mind. Now, Peter's not working today, is he? 'Cause never mind. I'm good. I obsess about things like this because I do have a little bit of this OCD. I'm not like extremely bad, but I'm certainly no laid-back surfer dude. But I prefer that term at least over anal retentive. Means the same thing, but anal retentive sounds like I store things in my ass for an unnecessary length of time. What's the matter with you? Oh, I was holding a bike. It's exhausting. It's OCD. Now there's medicine. It's recognized. People throw it around a little too much, though. You know, like if someone leaves the house and checks the doorknob, everybody's like, oh, you're OCD. No, they don't want anybody breaking in. They make sure the door, if your doorknobs are hanging off of your doors in your house, you're OCD. There's a difference. But at least today we recognize it. They give you medicine to calm you down. When I was a kid, there was no medicine. There was no recognition. You come from a dysfunctional home, which everybody did. If someone tells you they didn't come from a dysfunctional home, get away from that person. They're psychotic, they're a serial killer in the making, you know? Like, I had a perfectly normal upbringing. Yeah, you're a fucking sicko is what you are. Everybody had dysfunction, and I'm no exception, and so, as a result, I would fidget. That's what I did, I would fidget, but I'd have to, like, match everything. So I would, like, fix my shirt by doing this, and then this side was crooked, so I'd do this, and this fucking side was crooked. Because I was a nervous wreck, that's all it was. I'm walking around the house going like this. No one was like, let's get him to a doctor. My father was like, oh, I'm trying to watch TV. If you're gonna fidget, sit on the floor. Had I known it was a cry for help, I'd have been like, oh, verbally abusive, degenerate gambler. If you're gonna ruin my future, sit on the railroad tracks. But I didn't have that kind of hindsight into the future. Lately, my new obsession is mortality, death, or lack thereof, because I've lost some loved ones this past year, and I realized that our time on this earth is limited, and you never know, and so on and so forth. And there's some things I want to say before I go. I want to be healthy. Let's say, for example, if I have a week to live, and I want to run into a TV news station during the weather report. I want to jump in front of a camera and inform America that an old woman with pains in her legs is a better source of weather prediction than this moron they call a meteorologist. Stick to your title. Tell me when the media's coming. Until then, keep your mouth shut, because they're always wrong. They try to help him. They give him Doppler 2000. He's now up to Doppler 12,000. Still can't get it right. You give me a 90-year-old broad with a corn on her toe, and I'll tell you if it's going to rain or not. And they love to predict snow. That's their version of a top news story, their anchor moment, because they know it freaks people out in areas that are not used to it. They once predicted a storm in my area, central New Jersey. Said we're gonna get 4 feet of snow. People panicked. We're not used to this. It's not the Poconos. You guys are like, that's a dusting. Kick it with your foot, you pussy, and go to work. We're not used to 4 feet of snow. People panicked, ran to the store, bought up all the milk. Because that's what you do, you buy milk. I don't know why, no one knows why. Apparently, if you drink enough milk during a snowstorm, you get such a bad case of the shits, by the time you get off the bowl, all the snow is melted. Come out of there with your funny little hat and your shovel. Where'd it go? You were in there for like a day. We bought up all the milk. We cleared the shelves. 4 feet in my ass. It rained. It rained. So there were cows all over the Midwest with sore nipples going, for what? That's a huge punchline. You missed it? There were cows all over the Midwest. Sore nipples going, for what? Maybe because this is Pennsylvania, you guys don't like me talking about cows yet. You got them as house pets? I don't know. Hurricane Sandy, and it was a hurricane. It wasn't a superstorm. That was bullshit, so they could downgrade it. Insurance companies could pay less. A superstorm is something I want to be a part of. I want to be like, get me like one of them stupid beer hats in a lounge chair. It's going to be a superstorm. No, this was definitely a hurricane. And like every disaster, you learn something. You take a piece of something with you. I learned, for example, that when you have no power, no lights for 8 days, and you're in a bad marriage, you could still hate someone in the dark. It's funny, I can't see you, but I dislike knowing you're here. And even though the relaxing scent of vanilla candles are filling the air, I still want to stab you in the neck with a fork. And given the circumstances, I might be able to get away with it. I could say that I tripped. So you better grab that candelabra, Scooby-Doo, and find another room, because you're in danger. This is a big pet peeve of mine. I'm still on the topic of having a week to live and situations in life where you don't speak your mind and you want to speak your mind. The self-service coffee island, like at a Starbucks, people get there and lose all sense of anyone around them. They add milk and sugar and flavorings, they sip it, they bullshit with their friend, they stir it some more, they add some more stuff, they sip, it's milk, sugar, stir, move on! You inconsiderate bastard, there is a line behind you. I feel like saying, hey, you're a grown person. If you don't know how you like your coffee at this stage of your life, stop fucking drinking it. It tastes the same as yesterday. Before I move on to a more personal topic, I want to tell you that one of the other things that I'm frustrated with is the price of gas. Am I alone on this? No, even when they drop it down a few cents like they've done recently, it's still a big ass coolie reaming is what it is, because they can. Because they can and will pay it. So why do I say this? Because I got a shirt that makes a statement about it. So if you want to make a statement about the price of gas, or you want to just have a souvenir from tonight, come and see me. I'll be happy to sell you a shirt. If you don't want a shirt, hey, thanks for coming out, supporting live comedy here at POCONUTS Comedy Club. Otherwise known as Big Fucking Auschwitz Oven. All the fucking non-Jews are laughing. All the other Jews are writing letters. So come and see me. I'll even cut you a deal if you buy 2. Who gives a shit? You guys are like, can we fucking leave? Now, if you don't want a shirt, that's fine. Go about your cheap merry way, no hard feelings. The bug is back. Maybe he wants a shirt. Do you have an extra small? Okay, that was fucking stupid, but I said it anyway. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and my history. I hit the wall. I'm not here to preach to anyone, but I hit the wall a few years back. Just everything was going to shit, the economy, the marriage, everything. And I'm not proud of this, but I started using drugs and alcohol again. But here's the thing. I wasn't doing street drugs at this point in my life. Oh, I thought they were telling me to get off the stage, but someone's leaving. Never mind. It's a comedy thing. When you get the light, I'm like, they really want me off. It's a whole car. They shined a whole car on me to tell me to get off the stage. Thank you for getting that. So I started, partying again, but not with street drugs, because I'm an adult. I'm not gonna score a bag in some parking lot. I was doing prescription medication. That's what we do as adults. You're not doing drugs. My name is on the label. Yeah, but you just filled it 3 days ago and it's empty. You're missing the point. My name is on the label. My doctor gave this to me. The doctors who are the biggest pushers of all. You go to your doctor today, you're sneezing, you're coughing, he's like, what's the matter? You're like, I don't know, I think it's a cold. He's like, nope, that's depression. Now the next day, I'm still full of mucus, but I like everyone a little better. And everybody likes to share their prescription meds, man. Even my own parents. My father's deceased, but I would go visit them when my father was alive, and I loved them, but I really couldn't stand their company. They would drive me insane. They were the reason I drank and did drugs. But at 80-something years old with all kinds of medical problems, they had the best shit. So why should I risk my life meeting some guy in an alleyway to score when I could go to my mother's, get 40 Percocet and a dish of macaroni? Who's better than me? And that's what I would do. But I wouldn't drive. I wouldn't get high and drive because I've been down that road. I was arrested a couple of times. And you might think it's a lot of fun, but it's not. You know, like I'm patriotic, but after a while, the red, white, and blue in the rearview mirror, it gets old. So I would wait, you know? I would wait to get home and in my living room, in the house that I pay for, when I can pay for it. With my drugs that I just scored from mommy and daddy, you know? And it's late, and no one's up. Upstairs in the bed is the woman who doesn't fuck me, and then there's my 2 wonderful children who, even though they have their own rooms, I didn't get my own room until I was 12 years old. I slept on a metal cot next to my mother. Horrible. You had Italian furniture on one side of the room, Black Sabbath posters on the other side. You got a kid discovering himself, masturbating in a metal cot, and you hear, and your mama's like, what is that? I'm having a nightmare. Go back to bed, old lady, you know? That's what, but they got their own rooms, but they go, oh, daddy's not home, let's get in bed with mommy. And even the cat, the dog, everybody's in that fucking bed. So I'm like, let me just go down to the couch, take my perks, mellow out, watch a little TV. The problem is I took my perks, I had the remote in my hand, but I don't have the strength to change the channel. I can't quite get my thumb over the top. So I'm stuck watching this, the last thing my children watch, which is the Disney Channel, you know? And I'm even though all of me is dead inside, my soul, my hopes, my dreams, my mind is fried, for some reason my dick still wants to be in the game. And I'm watching a marathon of the Wizards of Waverly Place. And I'm like, wow, that Selena Gomez is kind of hot. But what kind of degenerate masturbates to the Disney Channel? I'm not gonna do that. Let me just go to bed. Let me find the bed. All right, I sleep in my daughter's room. Yeah, a pink room in a white sleigh bed. Oh, this is exactly how I saw my life turning out. Mid-40s in a white sleigh bed under a Justin Bieber comforter. Oh, could it be going any better? All my friends are driving Porsches, they live in mansions. I'm in a fucking white sleigh bed under a Justin Bieber comforter. I'm not even that tall and my feet are sticking out the bottom. And through all this misery, I'm still horny. And I look up and my daughter's got a poster and Taylor Swift is licking an ice cream cone. And I'm like, no, what kind of lowlife jerks off in his daughter's white sleigh bed? Finally, it hits me. I got an idea. I gotta get out. I gotta get off, man. I go into the bathroom that I used to share with that bitch. I go in there and I take her bra out of the hamper and I finish off in that. Because my attitude is, if you're not gonna fuck me, you're gonna dress as if you did. I know it was a long story, but I hope it was worth it. But it's a bad road, man. I'm doing better now. My doctors have me on 5 different prescription medications to stay off of prescription medication. But we still find other ways to deal with stress, don't we? Emotional band-aids, they're called. Overeating, this is another one of my downfalls. Late night eating. I used to have a nice body, a chest, a 6-pack. Now I get out of the shower, I look in the mirror, I'm like, that's my head. I recognize it because most of my hair is still black. That's my dick. I don't use it anymore, but looks familiar. But who is that pregnant woman hugging me? I used to have a midsection. Now I used to have nipples in the middle where they belong. Now they're moving to the east and to the west. I don't know what it is, if my nipples are seeking shade under my arms, but it's disgusting. I mean, my biceps are right next to my nipples. Sometimes I put on deodorant and I nick my own nipple. That's how I wear a black shirt. People think I'm lactating. I'm like no, it's arid, extra dry, my nipples are moving. And you get other reminders that you really gained weight. You might think like, hey, I'm not that heavy, until you see a picture of yourself, or until your children ask you to play a video game. Story. My wife, you haven't met her yet, Satan, I have different pet names, Lucifer, Beelzebub, they're all fucking the same. She's possessed, and she's 7 years older than me. But she looks good. I mean, if you could get past the tail and the horns, she looks good. Because she's possessed. But when people learn of this fact that she's 7, they go, oh, I thought she was younger than you. And I go, oh, that's because she's sucking the living soul out of my body. I expected a bigger reaction on that one too, but you fucking guys, I don't know, certain things you clam up like, oh, he's gonna yell? I'm not gonna fucking listen. So she gets on this game, and if you're familiar with the Wii Fit video game, it tells you how old you are according to certain statistics, such as weight and balance and so forth. You're just supposed to get in shape and be younger. So she gets on, tells her it's 2 years younger than her actual age. I'm about to leave the room. My kids are like, Daddy? No, I got a thing over there. Come on, Daddy. All right, anything for the kids. I get on the game. They said they never saw this before. The little character, little cartoon character, he's called a me, because he's supposed to be me. He walks on the screen, he looks dizzy, fell down. Then this big red message came flying in and said, kill yourself. And I thought, that's abrasive for a video game. But it will, I don't wear a watch. Oh, we're doing great. You guys having a good time? Yeah. Good. I don't want it to be too much, so I fucking got a long drive home. Oh yeah, you having a good time? I got a golf clap. You having a good time yesterday? Tomorrow? I don't know, because tonight, it seems like you're on the fence. Oh, you guys are strange. Like, everybody's up here working real hard, and for a minute you're like, oh, this is the greatest night of my life! And then you're like, listen real carefully. Something major's gonna be said. I don't see, even right now, like, what are you doing? It's fucking weird. Is it because I'm too high? Are certain words getting lost in the altitude? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just a shitty comedian, I don't know. See, even that, I thought you would laugh at that. But fucking guys are weird, I don't know. You wanna do this tomorrow? What do you say? Want to continue this? Like in the morning, we'll do the second part of the show. I'll bring bagels from New York. What do you say? We'll have some real Jewish boiled baked bagels, right? Not like a Jewish bagel from Brooklyn, right? Okay. Now I need you, you're not backing me up. Like, remember the water pit joke? Fucking jerk off. So, stress will attack your health. You know that, right? Well, first sign of this for me was I would go to do, to relieve myself, number one, and then I'd come out, and then I'd have to run back in again, like I didn't even go. So of course I thought, oh my God, I have an enlarged prostate, and it turned out to just be anxiety, shock, because I know you're looking at me going, you seem like a laid back guy. See, that sucked, never mind. I should have called all of you before I came up here and been like, all right, listen, this is how it's gonna go down, all right? Right here, I'm gonna say this, you're gonna laugh, everybody's gonna leave happy. Because if not, you see, you're endangering my wife by doing that. Because I'm not here to make anyone laugh, I'm here to vent. And if I don't do this, the bitch is dead, you understand? that I will kill her. If I learn how to do laundry, she is dead, all right? And some nights like this, I go home and I stand over her with the pillow. But the problem is I hesitate. You can't hesitate. She senses I'm there, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you looked uncomfortable. There you go. You look uncomfortable. Maybe if I tell her from the corner. You looked uncomfortable. Never mind. Scary, I've never been a log before. So you remember the pee-pee thing? So I go to a urologist, and he gives me Flomax, prescription medication for this. And like most prescription medications today, it came with like a 5-page booklet, right? You've gotten the prescription meds today with the big booklet. Page 1 are the possible side effects. You probably read that. Page 5 are the rare side effects. Things that might have happened to, say, a ferret in Guatemala. Apparently, I'm a ferret in Guatemala. I took 1 dose of Flomax. 1. And somehow I had sex with my wife. I don't remember the circumstances. I think there was a shoe in the way. I tripped on it. My dick fell in her vagina, and I was like, well, I'm here. I might as well move my hips. So I started moving, and I achieved an orgasm. I felt as if I achieved an orgasm, but there was no visible sign of completion. Panicked. I called up my primary doctor of 20 years. I said, Doc, I said I took Flomax, I had sex, then I had to tell him stop laughing. I really did. I said, and I felt as if I climaxed, but nothing came out. And he said to me very calmly, he said, oh, you ejaculated. It just went in the other direction. I said, whoa, you're being way too laid back about this. I don't think you understand the extent of my troubles. Marital, financial, legal. Now you're telling me worse than coming on myself, I came in myself? What are you gonna tell me next? I'm gonna have a baby? What are you... So you tell me, do you want to hear the ultimate in being stressed out, or do you want to hear a little bit about Satan? What do you want to hear? Both? I ain't got a fucking night. You guys live 5 minutes away. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Satan. Marriage is obviously, wasn't for Johnny, it's not for me, it's not for anybody. Don't do it. If you're thinking of committing suicide someday, write down these words. Marriage is a painful learning process. See, there are married men here tonight. The things I'll say, they'll agree with me. On the inside. On the inside, they'll be like, damn, he's right. But then they'll feel that hot dragon breath on the side of their neck and be like, honey, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't feel that way. He needs counseling. And single couples think I'm crazy, right? Married people, they think, it's not gonna happen to us. No, we're in love. We communicate. I have a point of view and she respects that. You know what the priest should tell you right there at the altar? Okay, son, leave behind your point of view and your balls, because you won't need either one anymore. I was there once, I was single, I was delusional. I thought, too, that sex was going to go to a new level. That there would be so free love and sex, because we're going to live together now. No more hotels, no more sneaking around. We're going to do it in every room of the house, apartment, condo. Forget the bedroom, we're going to do it in the hallway, the bathroom, the kitchen. No, you're not, no, you're not, no, you're not. The kitchen, not unless you redo that kitchen, I'm telling you. You don't put up new cabinets, countertops, and tile floors. You're not fucking, you're not eating, you're not doing anything in that room. They have illusions of grandeur. They're gonna come home from work, throw her up on the vegetable island. Even if you get that far into the fantasy, she'll be like, you know what, we need a fan. Is there no fucking fans in Poconuts? I don't understand. You know what? Because he's fucking her on the thing, right? Fan. Maybe it's funny if I do it back. She's Some guy would be loving being up here and the fucking thing would fall on him. Then he'd have a great lawsuit and shit. Me, it doesn't fall on me. Because he's fucking her on the vegetable island. And she's like, we need a fan. And he's like, what are you talking about? We're living out the fan. And she's like, it's okay, but I was at Veronica's the other day, and she had a fan. Never mind. Fuck it. Let's move on. Any of you women in here who are married have a shower before you got married? Not, did you bathe? I mean, did you have like a wedding shower where people, another foreign fucking item across the Pennsylvania border that I shouldn't be talking about? A shower. It's when all the women get together and give you gifts. They have a party. It's like a bachelor party, but it's a shower, and they give the women gifts for their future together. Crystal and glassware and cookware. And then, trust me, single ladies, a year into the marriage, this thought will cross your mind every day. I wonder if I crack this crystal vase and stick it in his trachea, if the authorities can trace it back to me. Even on the good days, I love you too. Oh my God, I just thought about sticking the vase in his trachea. Maybe I should have told the other story. Because it seems like you guys are all happily married and I'm the only, I've so far murdered 2 people in this story. And you're not jumping on board, so maybe I'll move here and find myself a fucking sexy bear or something, I don't know. How you doing, Grizzly? Yeah, I like the 70s look. Get it? Because it's hairy. All right. Never mind ill. It's a fucking joke. She said ill, like I'm gonna fuck a bear in the first place. We found the most intelligent person in the room. Ew, that's disgusting. The fucking the bear part or the hairy woman part? Or just a combination of both? Just the hair. Yuck. Well, like I said, marriage is a painful learning process, people. You know what I learned? That applies to all couples. I'm gonna try to generalize this fucking shit, otherwise I'm gonna stop this bit. Consider this a warning, all right? Married, dating, hostage, whatever your situation is. I'm gathering hostage over here. He's like, get in the trunk. Get in the trunk. You look a lot like my first wife. What's in the trunk? You dropped the contact. Hey, I got me another one in the trunk. Night fever, night fever. That's him combing his mutton chops. If you ask your woman if she finds another man attractive, say for example someone famous, movie star, actor, guess what? You'll never ever get an honest answer. On the television was that show Grey's Anatomy. Help me out, lady. Who's that good-looking actor on that show? Okay, no TV? Come on. I've been all over this country. Everybody knows the fucking answer to this question. Grey's Anatomy, good-looking actor. Thank you very much. Patrick Dempsey, otherwise known as Dr. McDreamy. And I was sitting next to Satan while this show was on. And I said, you like him, don't you? And you know what she said? He's got nice eyes. And that's the kind of bullshit you'll get. You won't get an honest answer like, ha, do I find McDreamy attractive? I'm so moist right now, you couldn't dry me with a shop vac. No, you'll get eyes. Ask a man in a private setting, much like I have felt many times tonight. What he finds appealing about a good-looking woman, eyes don't even make the top 200. In fact, ladies, here's a news flash. We prefer you don't have eyes. They just get in the way. You've seen some of us naked, we're hideous. I told you where my nipples are. I don't want anybody seeing that. It's not like young sex. It's not like 20-year-old sex. Leave the lights on. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Look at me. Let me look at you. You kidding me? Married sex is completely accidental. You bump into each other. Oh, I guess we're going to do this thing tonight, right? Yeah. All right, we know the rules. Yeah. We shut the lights. We pretend we're with other people and no names. I just want to leave you with a little piece of advice, because I want you to have happy relationships. I don't want you to end up a murderous fucking fiend like me. Well, I'm not really murderous, but I could be at any moment. So before you all leave here and buy my t-shirt, wink, wink, let me just tell you what men want, because that's the problem. We don't know what women want, and we never will. And you know what men want? I'll tell you. We want a little bit of appreciation. Right, guys? Just an ounce of like, good boy, give us a Scooby snack. We want a little bit of appreciation, but what we need, ladies, what we need is some peace and quiet. We are not like you. We cannot multitask. We cannot do like you do, like have an argument with us, like, you're a son of a bitch who never amounted to anything. And then be like, hi, Jenny, no, everything's fine, how you doing? We're not like you psychos. A man will fart and have to sit down and go, what did I eat that made that smell, you know? So if you think we want oral pleasure, you're partly right. But for different reasons than when we're young in the relationship. See, in the early stages of a relationship, oral sex is amazing sexually, and it stimulates and so on and so forth. In a long-term relationship, terminal, such as a marriage, oral sex, for me anyway, is just 20 minutes of silence. That's all it is. Oh my God, I hear the birds chirping. I didn't even know we had birds. The kitchen sink is leaking. I gotta fix that. As long as you don't fucking talk. Good night. Thank you very much.